Hare Krishna. We continue reading from Caitanya Caritamrita. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. We are reading from the Adi Leela, chapter 4, 179, text 179. We have been hearing the internal reason why Lord Krishna came as Lord Chaitanya. Se pratigya bhanga haila gopira bhajane kahate pramana Krishna Shri Mukha vachane. That promise has been broken by the worship of the gopis, as Lord Krishna himself admits. That promise has been worshipped by the, what was that? Previous verse. Let's see, where did we stop yesterday? That how Krishna says that as one reveals to me, as to that degree, I'm sorry, as one surrenders to me, to that degree, I reveal myself. That's what Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. So then, that promise has been broken by the worship of the gopis, as Lord Krishna himself admits. So the way the gopis are worshipping him. So now Krishna is saying, because he says that as you surrender, I reveal myself. So now the gopis, the way they worshipped him, that Krishna's this promise is broken. Why? Na paraiham, Krishna says this, na paraiham nirvadya samyujam swasadu krityam vibudha yusapi vaha ya ma bhajan durjaya geha shin khalaha samrischya tadva pratiyatu sadhuna. O gopis, I am not able to repay my debt for your spotless service, even within a lifetime of Brahma. Your connection with me is beyond reproach. You have worshipped me, cutting off all domestic ties, which are difficult to break. Therefore, please let your own glorious deeds be your compensation. This verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 10:30-22 was spoken by Sri Krishna himself when he returned to the gopis upon hearing their songs of separation. So Krishna calls the gopis in the forest, he talks to them, then he tells them, go back home. They don't want to go back home. He disappears from their sight. They sing the Gopi Geet. Then he comes back and he says, Na paraiham, I cannot repay your debt. So Krishna's own promise is broken by the worship of the gopis, because he says, as you surrender to me, I reveal myself. But the gopis are so surrendered to Krishna. They are so surrendered to Krishna. Krishna is like, I can't repay you. I don't know, how can I repay you? He's the Supreme Lord. He's the Lord. How can be there something he can't do? But here he's saying that, my dear gopis, I can't repay your debt, even within a lifetime of Brahma. And let your own glorious deeds be your compensation. That your love, your bhakti, that itself is glorious. You have that, and let that be your compensation. So this is how dear the gopis are to Krishna. This is how with bhakti, Krishna becomes so indebted. He says, I can't even repay you. This is how the bhakta becomes greater than the Lord. In this way, let your own glorious deeds be your compensation. So here, the gopis, they are the purest of the devotees of Krishna. Tabe ye dekhiye gopira nija dehe prita sehota krishnera lagi janiha nischita. Now, whatever affection we see the gopis show for their own bodies, know it for certain to be only for the sake of Lord Krishna. The selfless love of Godhead exhibited by the gopis cannot have any parallel. We should not, therefore, misunderstand the carefulness of the gopis in their personal decoration. So the selfless love of Godhead, what the gopis saying, that we are maintaining our life just to please you. Otherwise, we don't care to live. They say that we maintain our life. We are alive just so that we can please you, my dear Krishna. This is how much they love Krishna. This is their selfless love. And it does not have any parallel. We can't imitate it. So we should not therefore misunderstand the carefulness of the gopis in their personal decoration. So someone might say, oh, really? But the gopis dress so beautifully. The gopis dress themselves as beautifully as possible just to make Krishna happy by seeing them. They had no ulterior desires. Why did they dress themselves so beautifully? So Krishna is happy. Oh, Krishna will be happy to see me so beautiful. They didn't have any other desire to enjoy. They dedicated their bodies and everything they possessed to the service of Sri Krishna, taking it for granted that the bodies were meant for his enjoyment. So everything they had, they said, this is for Krishna. How can I please Krishna? They dressed themselves with the understanding that Krishna would be happy by seeing and touching them. So they wanted to look beautiful, not for themselves. Oh, how beautiful I am, you know. We look at ourselves in the mirror, oh, I'm looking so beautiful today. But they want to look beautiful so that Krishna is happy to see them for the sake of Krishna's enjoyment. E deha kailon ami Krishna samarpana tanya dhana tanya iha sambhoga sadhana. The gopis think, I have offered this body to Lord Krishna. He is its owner and it brings him enjoyment. So the gopis are thinking that Krishna is the owner of my body. Krishna is getting enjoyment from this body. And I have offered this body to Lord Krishna. E deha darshana sparshe Krishna santoshana e lagi kare dehera marjana.
Sorry, I just have so isn't it with all of us also that our body belongs to Krishna only?
Yes. Yes.
But we have forgotten.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Our body belongs to Krishna because he's the one who's creating everything. This material world is created by Krishna. The material body is made up of this material elements and senses. So he is the true owner of our body. But we think, no, we are the owner. And so we want to enjoy this world with the medium of this body. We want to control this world by using this body. We want to enjoy. We want to own things by the help of this body. But in truth, this body belongs to Krishna. So
this is so beautiful, really. I mean, these are simple lines, but yeah.
Yeah, and so this is the reason we are said that whatever we do, we are supposed to do it for the pleasure of Krishna. Even if we are doing our duties, do it for the pleasure of Krishna. Yeah. Because he is the owner. He's the owner of everything. Wow. With our eyes, when we are seeing his deity form, we are serving him. By ears, we are hearing about him, we are serving him. We are using the body in his service.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
So Krishna finds joy in seeing and touching this body. It is for this reason that they cleanse and decorate their bodies. So this is the gopis are saying that they're cleaning their bodies, they're decorating their bodies because they know Krishna is getting enjoyment. Nijangam api yagopyo mameti samupasate tabya param name partha niguda prema bhajanam. O Arjuna, there are no greater receptacles of deep love for me than the gopis, who cleanse and decorate their bodies because they consider them mine. This verse is spoken by Lord Krishna in the Adi Puran. So in Adi Puran, Krishna is saying, there are no greater receptacles of deep love for me than the gopis. So the gopis' love for Krishna is the purest, it's the deepest. Ara eka adbhut gopi bhavera swabhav, buddhira gochara nahe yahar prabhav. There is another wonderful feature of the emotion of the gopis. Its power is beyond the comprehension of the intelligence. Gopi gana kare yabe Krishna darshana sukha vanchana hi sukhahaya koti guna. When the gopis see Lord Krishna, they derive unbound bliss, although they have no desire for such pleasure. So what the gopis want is, how can I please Krishna? The gopis, they live for giving pleasure to Krishna. They say, otherwise we don't even want to live. What's the use of living if we can't give pleasure to Krishna? But now what is happening at the same time? When they are seeing Krishna, when the gopis are seeing Krishna, they feel so happy. They experience a bliss which is unlimited, unbounded. There's no boundary to that bliss. They don't have, there's no limit to the happiness they are feeling when they're seeing Krishna. They don't want to feel, they do not want anything for themselves, but they're just feeling it. They're just feeling this great happiness just by looking at Krishna. Gopika darshane Krishna ye ananda haya taha haite koti guna gopi ashva daya. The gopis taste a pleasure 10 million times greater than the pleasure Lord Krishna derives from seeing them. So now the gopis, they made themselves beautiful so that Krishna is happy. They didn't care. They don't care to look beautiful for themselves. They are saying, we want to look beautiful, so Krishna is happy. But what happens? Okay, yes, Krishna is happy when he sees them. But the gopis are 10 million times more happier when they are seeing Krishna. They are 10 million times more happier than Krishna himself. The wonderful characteristics of the gopis are beyond imagination. They have no desire for personal satisfaction. Yet, when Krishna is happy by seeing them, that happiness of Krishna makes the gopis 1,000,000 times more happy than Krishna himself. So they want to see Krishna happy, and they see Krishna happy. And when they're seeing Krishna happy, they are even more happier than Krishna is. So how kind is the Lord? He is the Supreme Lord. He could have kept the maximum happiness for himself, but he's allowing his devotee to feel more happiness than himself. When we are under control of anything, we say, I should have the best. I should have the best thing. I should have the greatest thing. But here, and each of us want to be happy. That's the reason we do the things that we do, because we want happiness. And here, Krishna, okay, he's happy when he sees the gopis, but the happiness that he's feeling, that is transferred into the hearts of the gopis 1,000,000 times more, 1,000,000 times more. That is Krishna. That he's so amazing. He's so amazing that he lets others feel more happy than he himself is feeling. Tan sabha nahi nija sukha anurod tathapi badaye sukha padila virod. The gopis have no inclination for their own enjoyment, and yet their joy increases. That is indeed a contradiction. So the gopis, their intention was only, I need to make Krishna happy, I need to make Krishna happy, but they themselves are feeling happy. So what's happening? What's happening? So they're saying this is a perplexity. And then somebody might say, okay, I'm Krishna, and then the gopis are dancing with me. But no, Krishna was here 5,000 years ago. If someone is pretending to be Krishna and dancing with the gopis, then they really need to, get themselves checked mentally or whatever. Because Krishna, he came 5,000 years ago, and right now he's there only in his holy name and the deity form. And again, he'll come at the end of Kali Yuga as Kalki Avatar. So, because there are some people, that they want to misuse or take advantage of innocent people. But Krishna is in all the scriptures. They say that Krishna was there only 5,000 years ago, and that's how the gopis are dancing with him. And right now he's there only in his name and the deity form. So we'll stop here for today. Are there any other comments or questions?
No, all good.
Okay. So thank you so much for joining in and listening in. Shri Caitanya Caritamrita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.